Well, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today?
That's light on.
No, I don't got the light on. I'm gonna go without it. Y'all, hopefully you had a good weekend. Me and Mama had a pretty good week. Like I said, weekend. It was all week though. We went fishing, got some footage. Hopefully we can get some videos edited out. And I got only 2 days in the last month. This summer was just, oh my gosh, this summer was awful with the heat and everything. So, but let's go back and see who all was in here. Right now it shows we got 5. So I see Ernie Brown was in here, Bugman, Rustic, Keith, Joe Buck. How y'all doing? Kelly. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Hopefully y'all had a good week, like I said. We are I'm finishing up tying some jigs that I was supposed to do, and I didn't get done yesterday because we went fishing again. I was trying to get these rod holders done and was busy in the shop last night and some other stuff. So here's some, these are those are going to Wannabe Outdoors. So Chris, howdy. So anyways, we're just tying up some stuff this morning. But before we get started with that, we've been working on the rod holders, guys. So here's a large one, and this is in a hunter green. That's what the person wanted. So there's one, and then here's the other. So like I said before, I get back far enough so you guys can see this good enough. I make 2 different sizes. So if you see the difference in the spacing of the everything, so these are the 2 sizes I get. And if I have the color that you want, I'll paint it for you. If not, you can just get it in raw steel, and I'll ship them to you. And y'all can pick you up some. So if you can see the difference in the height, that's the difference in the height. So this one here, this big one, this one's for your big catfish rods, like your longer handles. So you're like your Uncle Lou and things like that. And this shorter handle is for like spinning rods and, shorter handle spinning rods that most everybody has, like what most of you guys use for bait rods, but the rest of the world uses as an average fishing rod. So like your mediums and stuff, but also a Freddy's rod fits on this one. So depending on what reel you got. I got a Abu Garcia, the 100th anniversary or the 150th anniversary, whatever it is. The silver one they just came out with last year. I'm having a brain fart. So, but that goes on this one, but the reel set's pretty, basically touching that. So when you have it in the straight up position, but these also you get the straight up position, you get that position, you get this position, and you get this position. So, but these are what I'm building now. So if y'all want some stabber in the ground and get you a big fish, because these are some big heavy things. They weigh like 2 pounds a piece. So sorry that they're that much if you're lugging them down to the bank, but it is what it is. You got to make them tough. Them things will last you a lifetime. So, and I went fishing with my 2 last night down at the park. Had my 2 set up, and dude come over and was overdrive. And when should I use it? Oh, you want to get on that? And I did go look it up. I was right. I'm sorry. The Ford manual says when you're towing something to put it into D, and if you're not towing and just driving, put it in over D. But that is on the older vehicles, not these computer controlled transmissions. That's when they still had the OD and the D on your selector. Now it just says drive and then manual. So, and on the newer trucks, yeah, Hog was right. You stick it in overdrive, regular drive, but you push the tow button. If you don't have a tow button and you have an older vehicle, you got to put it in drive, not overdrive. And I called the dealership and asked, and they said on older vehicles, but he's right and I'm right. So we're both kind of right, but we're also both kind of wrong. So everybody's going to do what they're going to do. It's different for every vehicle too. So trucks are all different. Mine has a button, not a gear option. Exactly. And since like the 90s, they've all had pretty much had a button. So, you know, Hog's right in that aspect. You just leave it in drive and push the button, or leave it in overdrive and push the button. So, but if you're towing something and you have a trailer button, push the trailer button, because that's what it's there for. Anyways, Jody always trying to talk some smack. We love you, Jody. You're awesome. I don't care what anybody else says. And I still say you and Telly have the best looking hair out of the catfish community. So I'm sorry, ladies. They can all get upset. I wasn't trying to upset nobody. I didn't say anybody had bad hair. I just said y'all had nice hair. Hey, Chris. Anyways, enough of let's tie some jigs. So let's not stick it in my finger. Anyways, we got this. It's kind of a pewter color. So, you know, kind of in that shady color. And these are quarters. So these are pretty big guys, you know, as far as jigs go. I mean, I got all the way up to 3/4 ounce jig heads. But them just big boys. As for like trolling down deep and stuff. All right. Anyways, if y'all are interested in the rod holders, any of y'all bank fishermen, just hit me up on Facebook or shoot me a email at doublehooangling@gmail.com or go to www.doublehooangling.com and yeah, 1,800 pounds ain't much, but I still push the tow button when I tow the lawnmower in the trailer, just because at certain points you can slip them gears a little bit, and it may not hurt nothing until you get 150,000 miles on your truck, but then you might have to have a trans rebuilt because all that little bitty micro stuff all that time. I don't know. I'm a guy that if it's there, I use it. What color should we do? Let's do like a white tail. These are for some walleye. So you want like some shady colors, or even some, like I said earlier, some of these bright obnoxious things. So like that one. Get my hand on it. Something like that. I mean, of course, these would be great for big crappie too. Coffee pot's turning off. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. I got up a little bit later than I normally do. It's kind of cool in the house. You sleep better when it's cool. At least I do. She said, guess what? I drove 2 hours to fish. Then I got to the ramp and noticed my trailer was a tad low. I looked up and a white circles all over my tire. I got lucky. I made it. Ooh, yeah, you did. Well, I'm glad you made it there. Just do this one and I'll hackle. No rubber on this one. Okay, so let's throw some flash. Come here. Throw some flash on there. I can get some of it separated here. Come on, what you doing? I'll put, since these are for Wallies, put a lot of it on there. Yeah, we went over to Pratt the other day and tried to go for some walleye. It was just so freaking windy. Only thing we could do was jig for crappie. James brought me those tires on in May. Well, are you always checking your tire pressure? Yeah, Rustic, this would make a really good skipjack jig. The one that I always, the Micah Burkhart, the one that has that, was it Tennessee state record or whatever, for Blue Cat. He got some of these. I call these the gizzard shad pattern. And it doesn't show up very well on this camera, but that's a violet head. It's got some purple in it. On here, it just looks kind of silver, but then you got a strip of purple right here, and then the silver chenille with your rubber and stuff. He got some of these, and he caught like almost 70 skipjack in one afternoon with those jigs. He really liked them. Okay, now where did my put it up? That ain't the right one. What did I do with that? Oh, I lose things so easily. I'll start hunting for stuff. Oh, there it is. I'll start hunting for stuff, and then I move things around, and I have a habit of not sticking chenilles like this back in the bag. Okay. No, I didn't do anything. I need to make a list of things to check weekly. Yeah, you need to check your tires every time you hook that boat up to the truck. That's one thing. The tires on that is the most important thing. You lose one of those, you're gonna start swerving, and God forbid you have an accident. We'd all feel sorry. We'd all, you gotta take care of yourself, girl. That means your truck too, your trailer. I start it and drive it. Sometimes I put in gas. Well, yeah, I know. That's the same with Naomi. She's like, I'm like, when the last time you checked your oil? And she's like, I don't need that. Naomi, when's the last time you checked your oil?
Jimmy did.
See? She's like, Timmy did. I don't even know if she knows how to open the hood.
Jimmy did.
See? She don't even know how to open the hood. She just gets in the car and drives it, puts gas in it. I know she puts gas in it. I see that reflect on the credit union card. All right. So see, there's a nice one. I'm going to leave that tail just a little long like that, them sparkles. Whoops. I don't want to drop that. You drop them jig heads on the floor and it busts the paint on them. It makes you mad. Art! Hi, bud. Ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hope everybody in here is doing good. Some stuff's been going around with the sniffles and the snot and fevers lately. I don't usually get sick. I ain't been sick in 2 years, I think. I get a little congested sometimes, but I eat clean. I don't eat a bunch of stuff, so my body's got plenty of good things to fight. I don't eat any kind of sugar. I haven't drank soda pop in 12 years. Mostly right now, I'm mostly eating meat. My diet's almost strictly meat, or uh, last few days. Naomi got some nuts and stuff, so I ate some of them nuts. If I ate the way I wanted to, I would have to have an electric wheelchair. I wouldn't be able. It's hard enough to push my butt now. Then Naomi over here. Oh yeah, and keep saying she's fat. She weighs 125 pounds.
130.
Oh wow, 130 now. Women. Should say not women, but wives. Gotta love them. Mine's mean though. Of course, only a husband would say his wife was mean. No, we'll be 30 years together this February. Actually, the day before we leave to go to CatCom is our anniversary. Shirley T, welcome in, girl. Yeah, the day we leave to go to CatCon, or the day before, the 21st is our anniversary of February. So, and then Gregory's birthday is the 25th. So the day we're coming home from CatCon. And Naomi's birthday's on the 18th, so a few days before we go to CatCon. So Gregory's so looking forward to it. Told him he wasn't getting nothing else for his birthday, just to get to go there. He didn't seem to like that idea too well. But Gregory and Matthew went to the thrift store this morning. Tie one more of these. I'm just being slow about things this morning. My back kind of hurts. I was in the shop making all them. I did a live last night. If y'all are interested, it's just an hour live. You can go back and watch it. It's just me making rod holders in the shop, so you can kind of show how I make them. I mean, I didn't show all the steps, but I mean, you like a rod holder, holler at me. I can paint it. If I got the color, I'll paint it for you. If not, I'll send it to you. And yep, I'm going to push them rod holders like you wouldn't believe. I was fishing last night, and dude walked up, was like, those are nice. I was like, yes, sir. He's like, I was like, I make those. He's like, you make those? He's like, how much you sell them for? $20. He says, well, I'll take both of them. I was like, well, I'm fishing with them, but okay. He gave me $40. I want to have to start using, go down there more often, or go places more often. Randall, hey bud. Excuse me. Naomi's. I hope y'all can't hear that too well. Naomi's watching a cartoon. My TV's being hurt. It's a squirrel and a rat facing off against a raccoon with the help of a dog to get a bunch of nuts in the basement. It's called Nut Job. That's what she said. It's kind of cute, but I'm not really into cartoons. I had epilepsy. Well, I still have epilepsy, but I had epilepsy as a kid, really bad, and the cartoon sometimes would set it off. I used Jody 10 for one. What? Dave, that is nice welder. I missed some stuff here. Let me go back and see. Yeah. Naomi.
What?
Jody said she could carry you around in her pocket at Catcom.
I might need that. My back start hurting.
Yeah, I seen the fish art. I'm trying to catch back up with chat, people. Yeah, thank you, Rustic. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, that welder, I got such a good deal on that welder. Says I use Jody 10 for one. Yeah. Oh, Rustic said, use Rustic here. Oh, I'm trying to learn to use StreamYard here a little bit better. Here you go. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't none of these codes going to work because you got to go through me to get them. Well, if you buy 2 rod holders, I am giving you $5 off. So if you buy 2, I'm selling them for $35. But y'all got to pay shipping. Right now, shipping's been running anywhere from $13 to $17. So I'm pretty much at the point where I got to just say that shipping's probably going to be $17, $15. But if you think about it, if you get 2 of them and you get the $5 discount, then you got to pay $17. That's only $52. That's only $26 a piece. So that's really not that bad for the stout rod holder that you're going to get. And I will give these a lifetime guarantee as long as I'm alive. If anything, if it busts, which there ain't no way, but if something would to happen, now if you run it over with your truck, you ran it over with your truck. You just don't have to use it bent. But I will replace your rod holder for the rest of my life if it busts a weld. So, and you can keep the one, but I got to see a busted weld, not bent to break. It'll be under my discretion. And that's all I got to say about that. Buy 2 rod holders and get free games. Use code Shirley T and get free cookies with your order only at CatCon. I think Naomi said she's going to make up quite a bit. We're going to bring a whole ice chest full of cookies. She said that she's going to give cookies to people that we like. So kiss up to Naomi if you want some cookies. She makes some killer cookies. There's a reason why I'm fluffy. This last couple of years since she's been home all day, we've just been cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and she's been making all this stuff. And then the last 2 months, with everybody that's been having the heart troubles and stuff like that, and my brother passed away when he was 26 years old from a heart attack, and all of that, I figured, well, who's going to take care of Greg and Matt? So I better start getting healthy. So I've lost 27 pounds now, so I'm getting a little thinner. You can start to see it in my shoulders. I'm not lifting weights or nothing. It's just I'm losing enough fat you can see what's hiding underneath. I'm not exercising at all except for wheeling around. Hey, Canadian Family Life, how you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, the good thing about these rod holders, I get my little demonstration rod holder. Here, we'll get the shorter of the 2 to make it a little bit easier. All right, so you got You got my fly rod just fell over. So you got this position. Then you got, if the rod was longer, it would hold in place this position. Then you can have it like this, or you can have it like this, straight up. So, and if you have a big catfish rod, it'd be straight up. And then this rod holder is shorter for like spinning reels and medium action rods, stuff like that, 7-footers, and FOA rods. This longer one fits like your Uncle Lou's and your surf rods and all that kind of stuff. So, and if you need one for like a really, really long handle rod, we can accommodate. You just have to pay a little bit extra because it'll be a little bit more material. So, but that's what I got going on with those. And then I got my little bitty rod. This is my ice fishing rod, or my dock, off the edge of the dock. I'll never use it because the ice don't get thick enough in Kansas no more. So, but anyways, and I'm also wearing my buddy that has his printing shop next door. I'm wearing one of his t-shirts. He's the one that made all my hats and my stickers and my shirts and stuff. I didn't have no long, what I call long sleeves. So I didn't have none of these. All my shirts are cut off. So didn't have none of these sleeves. So Mama went and got one of these out of the drawer, and I'll wear it and support my buddy Steve. So that's factory233.com. myteamgear.com, I guess is actually what it is. But he prints off t-shirts and stuff. He mostly does like school apparel and team gear and things like that. And then like our city, he does all their stuff for them. Win you a brownie. She's gonna make Shirley T is gonna make brownies. They're gonna she's gonna have a Halloween party, Naomi, and she's gonna have pumpkin carving and pumpkin chunking.
Okay.
So do you do the pumpkin chunking with the like a catapult or a compressed air pumpkin canyon, those kind of things? Yeah, I love Halloween too. It was always my favorite. We used to, when the kids was little, we'd build, put the graveyard in there in the front yard with like hands sticking up out of the ground from mannequins and stuff, like the zombie things. And we did that for a couple years, and then we moved out to the country. There's no need to decorate when you lived in the country, so we kind of stopped doing that. But I'm sitting here gabbing, and we need to tie a couple of things. We're not going to go too long today because I got to go meet up with my buddy Rex. Me and Greg are going to go fishing today with Rex, and I don't know if Mike's going to go or not, but we're going to go out. And yesterday we went and caught some crappie. Let me find my phone real quick. Where's my phone? Move, Rosie. Move, fat butt. Yeah. Okay, we have a couple bunnies outside that are living in the alley, like domestic bunnies, like white and black. And Greg's been trying to catch them, but Rosie's wants to eat them. She just keeps barking at them through the fence and just having a cow.
Hey.
She's over here whining and crying now. Okay, so yesterday we went fishing, and here's Gregory's, one of Gregory's crappie. I didn't get too many pictures on my phone because I was filming with the GoPro, so I'm not very good at. Here's another one. So these crappie were all 12 to 13 3/4 inches. So there was good crappie, but we only caught like 12. Caught a couple of channel cat. I caught me a channel cat. My first channel cat on my FOA rod. So now the FOA's broke in. It's caught quite a few bullheads, but the bullheads are like, 1.5 pound, 2 pound bullheads. 14, 15, 16-inch long bullheads. So big bullheads. And but got my first. Hey, morning, Ernie Brown. Got my first channel cat yesterday off of the Freddy rod. So we're going to go back today with the Freddy rod and an Uncle Lou rod today. And we're going to try to get some channel cat and most likely a lot of bullhead today. Where we're fishing doesn't have any blues or flatheads. It needs some. Boy, if there was some flatheads in there, it'd be monster crappie in there. Because the crappie, even though they're overpopulated, they're still, like I said, the average is 12 to 13 inches, those are nice crappie. Rosie's all mad because we won't let her back out with that rabbit. Get off my table. Hey, get off my table. Quit licking my armpit, you crackhead. I'm not putting you out. No. You're not going out. She's trying to rub against me and love on me. I think this Doberman thinks she's a freaking cat. She's been watching Cheddar too much out the window. And she come up and she wants to rub all the way down you like a cat. My cousin grows them 90-pound pumpkins for festivals and wins prizes. That's cool. Yeah, we grew some big pumpkins one year. Our biggest pumpkin got like 160 pounds or something like that. We couldn't even pick it up, really. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but we just we busted it up and let the chickens eat it. They ate on that thing for a week, but we had like 60 chickens and it still took them a week. Yeah, those are nuts. They're huge. Shirley T, we grew some, but buying the rest. Yeah, we got a green one. We got a green pumpkin. But I like the heirloom pumpkins because we don't cut them up or nothing like that. We just bake them off. But the heirloom pumpkins have a better taste. I'm gonna tie some pink here. Do pink with some purple. Drop your scissors, Dave. Man, I really don't know who sent me these, but whoever did, that was a pretty good gift. Them and them titanium ones both. I think I kind of, now that I've been using these, I kind of like these because they have this little tension knob. We're doing some stuff for some walleye. So like I said, we're kind of doing some silly stuff. Colors that you wouldn't think make sense to a point, but they still do go pretty good together, I think. Don't want that many. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. You stole my feather, you little turd. Hey, I told you I ain't going to let you outside. Oh, here, come around this way. You want to get up here and see everybody? Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, I love you too. Oh, I'm being molested by a Doberman. There's Mama. Look, there's Mom. Go get her. Oh, he did have a call last night, huh? I was wondering why he didn't show up yet. My son is an EMT, and he usually gets off about 7 o'clock in the morning, and then comes by and he steals a gallon. We go to Brahms and get our milk. So, hey, Thump, Terry, how y'all doing? Yeah, he comes. Naomi and I, we get milk from Brahms. I don't drink milk, but she does and the kids. But we cook with it. Would you quit licking my armpit? You're not going back. Go put her out. Just let her go out and bark her head off. It's late enough. Ain't gonna bother nobody. But we go to Brahms to get our milk, like I was trying to say. And then Timmy comes by and he'll open the fridge. He'll see a whole gallon of milk and he'll just be like, I'm taking that. Is that for me? Then, of course, Naomi, being mom, just goes, yeah, you can have it. So we're going to go old school with this one and throw some crystal chenille on there. But, yeah, she gives into him every time. But that's what moms do. I was like, you're married and 24 years old and you're still, coming over and taking my milk. Then he'll go, you don't drink it. But they don't have a Brahms down there where he lives, and he drives.
They have to drive like we do.
He drives 90 miles to work, but he works a 24-hour shift, so it's not so bad. Now these are on 1/8 heads. We're doing this old-fashioned chenille, like what the jigs used to be made of. Besides Antron, or how you say it. Okay. So see, that one's a nice little sparkly. Do a couple of those. But yeah, but we're only gonna, the reason why I came up early today is we're only gonna go until 9 o'clock. So my time. So another 25 minutes or so. And then I gotta get off of here and get the rest of the stuff in the truck because we going fishing. We gotta meet up with Rex and go see if we can get some big old monster slabby crappie. Like I said yesterday, they were all 12 to 13. I think Gregory had one that was 11, but most of them were 12 to 13 and 3/4 inches. We'll go back today and see if we can pull a few out. Conditions are supposed to be a little better today. We had a cold front move in the night before, so that kind of put a damper on things yesterday. The fish bit really good up until about, I'd say 11:30, and then they just slacked off. They just wasn't having it. And they were even kind of finicky to begin with because I was having to use, I was using a piece of worm, tipping my hook with a piece of worm, just night crawler. Come on, David, grab them too. But I was tipping it with a piece of night crawler, and then they started hitting it. And they weren't hitting it on the move. They're just letting it float with the wind and bob with the water. They weren't wanting, and if you seen it twitch, then you could bump it, and then they'd come back. If you missed it, they'd come back and smack that thing. Wow, haven't been fishing almost 2 months. Man, Rustic, what's your deal, bud? I know you've been working on a lot of your boat and all that stuff, but why ain't you been fishing? I mean, you probably said in your videos, but everybody's got so much out anymore, and there's so many people to watch. I can't keep up. It's so hard. While I'm in the shop working, I'll put on somebody's channel, and then I'll sit there like, while Jody's in here. Last week, I went back and watched some of her flathead stuff. Just sitting in the shop, had her playing for like 6 hours, and then another day I did Kelly Bullock. Then another day I did hooks and hammocks, but when you do those, you can't like it or comment on it because you're on the big TV. Y'all know how that goes. But at least giving y'all watch hours. I've had Rustic. I've had you playing on there some too. And I mean, I'm also working, so I'm not really paying attention. So if you said something, I'm sorry, bud. You went 2 different times yesterday. We went fishing 2 different times yesterday too. That's why I didn't get all these jigs tied. I still got to tie some of the Bigfoot blood that I made in honor of Avid. I got that Bigfoot blood color. It he wants some teeny tiny, so some 1/64ths and maybe even some 1/80th, which one they won't take long. I'm gonna do all that later today. It's just right now I got too many things going. Kind of swap the color on that. Now, let me turn that down just a little. That one's loud. Get a copyright. Like I really care. I'm not gonna. I've been offered monetization by YouTube like 3 times. They keep sending me emails or notices on the YouTube. I don't care. Get monetized, then you got to behave. I mean, I behave to it anyways, but you know what I mean. It might be all right, but I just can't make up my mind if I want to do it or not. To me, I feel bad enough when people just send me money and say, here, this is for gas, or here, this is for a sandwich, or here, this is for, whatever. I'll feel bad for that. I don't want to go get monetized. And then, I just see it as getting, I don't know. I'm torn on it. I'm a guy that I feel like you got to work for what you get. I do, I don't know how to feel about it. That's just my opinion. Don't take it wrong, guys. Don't take it to heart that I'm saying something about anybody, because I'm not. I'm just saying that it ain't about all that. Okay, I need to make another one of these and then go back. I started to make them with the pink tail, and then I got sidetracked and wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and then went back to the white for some reason. So I'll make this one, and then I'll make another. Get off of there. Mr. Tolley. Somebody said Mr. Tolley. I must have missed him. I'm sorry. Trying to read chat sometimes is not as easy as can be. We have a freezer full, but still can catch. Use a can. Yeah. Yeah, I threw the cast net yesterday and tried to get some shad. I got 1 6-inch shad. Then I put it on the hook, threw it out there. It set I bet you that thing set for 2 hours. And then all of a sudden, the rod started going, and then it was like click, 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 click. And then the rod stopped. And it was like click, 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 click. So I picked it up, waited till I felt something. Reeled down on it. I felt them for about, maybe 2 seconds. And then nothing. So either it was a fish that had the bait and was too big to swallow it, so he was choking on it, trying to get it down and just didn't make it yet, or it was a turtle, and most likely it was a turtle that was eating, had a hold of it and broke off the bait or broke the bait off the hook, or tore the bait off the hook, however you want to say it. I think that's probably what happened. I'm monetizing. I keep 28,000 watch hours. How much money do you think I make from YouTube a year? Probably not very much. See, where the monetization is at is when you get that little money symbol sign down and you get super chat. That's where you get most of your money at, I would think. But I don't want people just giving me money. I want you to go buy a rod holder. Then you can give me some money and I'll give you a rod holder. Or give me some money, I'll give you some jigs. That's how it's supposed to work. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to have like 200,000, 300,000 subscribers, have, 50,000 watch hours a month and that kind of crap in order to get that kind of money. And most of those people are still making all their money off their merchandise sales. Where you make money is you get a bunch of subscribers. Then you start making a bunch of t-shirts and make a different t-shirt every single month. And then you get that fan base, and you don't need very many. You just need, 1,000 people to buy a t-shirt. That's 1,000 t-shirts. You figure that out. So if you're putting out t-shirts every month and you're selling out, like some of these YouTubers are selling out every month, 1,000 t-shirts. 1,000 t-shirts is a month is a lot of money, guys. And it all adds up. Pennies and cents, it all adds up. I mean, y'all do what y'all want to do, but I'm not worried about it. See, like right there, I make around 1,500 a year on YouTube. I would say 100 of it commercials and the rest super chat and membership. See, there you go. And for $1,500 a year, it's not worth it to me to have the stress and all the stuff that comes with monetization, I guess. I don't know. That's just me. Everybody keeps telling me I should do it, but I just don't want to. I'm good with y'all buying my jigs and my rod holders. Yeah, 1.5 tanks of gas. Yeah, a month. You're right. I mean, it does help a little bit, Jody. And if you're somebody that really, really needs it, hey, two stands, welcome in, bud. If you were in here earlier, I'm sorry. But yeah, if you really need the money, I can see being monetized and what have you. But I mean, I'm good. We don't live out of our means by any means. I think if you want to call about debt, I think that I'm not even. Maybe $2,000 on my stuff. I don't know. Don't worry about it. The only reason that is because I bought a bunch of metal and the saw and Norman, welcome in. Yeah. So if y'all want to support me and my family, you go buy you a rod holder. Get you a long one or a short one. You can get them in orange, pink, purple, blue, white, green. I don't know whatever else colors you can think of, or you can just get them in raw steel. I don't care. Take them home, paint them yourself. But okay, I need to tie 2 more of those pink ones with the pink tail. Put that pink there in where I need to see it. That powder felt a little slippy. If you wrap it enough times, it won't slip. Find a good feather here. Coastal, welcome in. Deborah.
Go eat your food.
Welcome in, everybody. Fishing Frustrations UK. Y'all share your links if you're mods. If you're not mods, somebody else that is a mod could share out the not mods. Appreciate y'all coming in. We got about 15 more minutes or so, 13 more minutes. We're going to call it a little early. I'm going to go fishing. Like I said, yesterday we was catching good crappie, 12 to 13 and a half inch crappie. I know there's a 3-pounder in that lake. I want one. course, he doesn't want a 3-pound crappie. I just want to catch it, take its pictures, measure it, and then I'll let it go. I just want to play with him for a minute, or her, whatever the fish is. I just want to take some pictures. If I'm gonna keep crappie, I like to keep the 12-inchers. They're perfect size, they're perfect thickness. If you keep the big ones, you got to re-fillet the fillet, make it 2 fillets just to get it thin enough for cut it into chunks. And I'd rather just clean another fish. I like that 10 to 12.5 inch. Those are good ones. Thank you. Yeah, this one, I'm going to do one more of these too. We got some colder weather coming. The water's getting cooler. Our blue cats here are really turning on. The problem is the lake the lake I go to, you got to have a boat, and I don't have a boat. That didn't work out. So I got ticked off and just didn't buy one. So now we're going to save up some money, and we're going to wait till in the spring. And if we got enough money, we're going to look for a used one that's stripped out. I don't want no furniture or nothing. J-Dog said that he could help. A couple other people said they could help find one. Get enough money saved up. Go to CatCon. Somebody may have a boat we can drag all the way home. But now I got a truck. I upgraded from my Colorado to my Silverado. I went from a 2018 Colorado to a 2014 Silverado, but I went to a high country, so like the one of the highest trim levels you can get, and a real nice truck. And got sunroof and everything, but I also got a 6.2 liter, so I can tow just about anything I can put behind the truck.
Go show Dad.
Anything I would want to tow anyways. Oh, Gregory's home.
Go show Dad how much.
Come show him your finds, Gregory.
No, how much? $3 for this.
Okay. Well, he's got to come over here and do it. I'm not going to do it. That one seems a little long. We'll add that feather back up in there. Hold on a minute, Gregory. Gregory wants to show y'all what he found. Dave, contact me. I need to see about getting some jigs from you. Okay. Rustic, if you know what color and of head and body and tail you want, then it's probably best if just email me or message me. But if you just really don't care, I can just tie you up a mixed bag of whatever size you want, and then I can holler at you and show you a picture of what I got for you or whatever. And
oh, he wants to show, Dad.
Yeah, I got to finish this jig real quick, Gregory. At least get this tied in. All right, here. Come here. He wants to show you guys really bad. What is that, a Tonka? Yeah, that's an old Tonka. And that's actually a pretty old Tonka. Turn it up. Yeah, whoops, I had the camera up too far. And then what else did you get? Uh-oh. Go Chiefs! And then you got a car. What kind of car is that? We'll put it closer so they can see it. Look, looks like a 69 Charger. Right on. So you had a good time at the thrift store, Gregory? Huh? Was your uncle there? Was your aunt there? Was grandma there? Was everybody normal people there? All the regulars? All right. Go get your stuff in the truck. Let's get your rods loaded and stuff, and then I'll get off here in about 8 or 10 more minutes, and then we'll go. So I guess Gregory's ready to go fishing.
Put that up.
He got a bunch of toys. He'll play with that. He'll play with that truck. He'll play with it in his room because he when things are like that and they're antique or whatever, he knows that they got value to them. So he just plays with them in his room, not in the dirt. He's got probably 500 or 600 Hot Wheels in there on his walls and stuff that he's collected over the years. Keeps them all in the boxes. One day they'll be worth a lot. He's got some of them in there worth $50-$60 now that he paid $1 for when he was a little kid, that they're still in the package. And he don't have no sun that comes in his room because he keeps his blinds shut and stuff because he doesn't like people looking in, even though nobody's ever going to look in his window. He just has that feeling that somebody is, so he don't have his window ever open. So his stuff in there, all them antique stuff that he's got, they'll last. He's got some cars still from the 90s.
Yeah. I'd give it to Mike if he was still around for Christmas, but he's not. Put in the bathroom.
Yeah, the kids they played with a lot of their dump trucks and stuff like that to where they wore out. I'm gonna leave those a little long on that one too. Let's see what else we can do.
Nope.
Let's just do some of the old orange ones here. Let's get our double hook colors on. This is like one of the jigs that people have really come to like is this color. See, I don't like that stuff. It's because you put that in there and it's going to look wonky. But what you can do is you go in there and pop that off. But don't throw that piece away. You can make some flies with that. But now I'll take this and see, that looks way better. Drop it 3 or 4 times.
I'm going to need that when it's cold.
And these I don't put no flash on. But what I do is as I tie it up here, and then as I sweep it back, it wraps more around the hook. As you pull it back like that, you can kind of push it down around the hook. It makes it look a little better. I don't know if these little ones are going to be long enough, but they may be. I got some shorter pieces over here. Get my hackle pliers. 351. Welcome in. I didn't see you. Sorry. Tying jigs. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't do this. This is for you guys. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate it. Like I said earlier, that whole monetization, like Jody said, it doesn't really pay enough to worry about the whole headache of it, in my opinion. I guess maybe it's not a headache, but to me it would be. I'm not technically inclined. I'm a technical idiot for sure. So like this is like, I made this a little longer because they are for walleye. So those are really good jigs. Those colors really pop out. I'm going to tie a couple more of these, and these go pretty quick too. So kind of, okay, I need to get working on my building. Hey, you be blessed, Russick. Have a great day. Don't hit your thumb with the hammer. I do that every once in a while. How long to make that other one? I made that other one about right there. I still did the same steps. I just did it quick to where y'all didn't see me pull that back maybe or whatever. But when I get to doing these, I get to going pretty good. I lost my pliers again. Especially if I'm like just repeatedly tying the same color.
I said, you know, year 94. And he said, almost in his.
Gregory,
Now,
get your bread, put it in the toaster. Get your other.
Yeah, make your sandwich and stuff, and get your breakfast sandwich going, Gregory, so we can get. You got the rods in the truck?
Keep going.
I take it that's a no. She gave them the option of making a breakfast sandwich, so he's in there all on that breakfast sandwich.
I didn't say that bread. That bread is for your sandwich.
Mama's cooking egg.
It's in the toaster.
Oh.
You wish you got a toaster. Once you put that in the toaster, then you can start making your sandwich. Yeah, so.
and we did about it.
You'd rather use toaster this
I
morning.
knew I had another one laid down there. Mom's making this house smell good. She's in there cooking something. What are you cooking, Naomi?
No.
Naomi, what are you cooking?
Sausage.
Oh, she's cooking his sausage for breakfast sandwich. She got some sausage patties in there. Sausage and egg sandwich. Don't forget to bring the rod hokers to replace the ones. Well, I made me one last night.
Wipe it off.
And then these two are going with this because Rex bought these. Rex, that's why I was showing them off, because that he wanted that hunter green, a dark green. And I just made them last night on the live. Those were the ones I made last night on the live. So I did a little live last night, about an hour long. Me in the shop building these things. So if you want to, you go check that out. Remember, like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you would, please. Everybody that's in the chat, go like and subscribe their channels. Give them some love. Oh, Judy, Ernie, UK, or the Fishing Frustrations UK, 351, Rustic, everybody that was in here. Go show them some love, guys. But 9:02, and Gregory's sandwich is getting put together right now, which means that we'll get the rods in the truck and we'll be gone in a minute. So got to go get some worms and do a few other things and then head to the lake. So, hey, everybody, I appreciate each and every one of you. Be blessed. Be safe. You know, air them tires up on them trailers. Check them receiver hitches and make sure that it's all the way down on that ball. Make sure that clasp grabs the bottom of that ball and you can put your, yeah. So, hey, y'all, love each and every one of you. Y'all be safe. We going fishing. Go tie something. We'll see y'all later.